Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm hoping you can see my screen. I'm just trying to log in into systems, pick up my chat. Okay, so I can see my Excel sheet is there. I cleaned that up. I can see my Thinkorswim. It's looking good. All right, I think I'm good. Just let me know when you can see my screen. Hi, Nisa. Yeah, it's been like a really, really long time. I've stopped doing all this because of my health issues and my uh, personal stuff, but I think it's time. It's time. I've taken a lot of time to cover up my health. Hopefully, I'll get better pretty soon. But thank you for waiting. So let me see if more people can join in, and then I can actually get started. I've shared the link on Telegram as well as on my Twitter. So if you can join in, and then I can get started. Hi Shiv, hi Lalita, hi Nep, hi Chitu, hi Ike, hi Nep. Yes, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm a little pre-diabetic plus some issues with my health. So I'm trying my best. All right, so I think we have more than 20 people here. Thank you for joining in after a very, very long time. Hopefully you are all doing good and making money into the market. And from health and family wise, everything I hope is going well at your side. So first come first, let's start some scans to see what's happening in the market. And then we'll go into, like, I will not pick 20 stocks now. I will only pick 5, 7 big stocks, and then we'll pick up some stocks which come under the scan. So let's start from the weekly because it's a month end. So I'm going to do a weekly inside in my watch list. So let's see what comes out. So Apple is inside week, which is good. Oracle is there. Apple, I think, is struggling. It's struggling really badly. It's somehow it's kind of holding it, but Apple is really, really struggling. So few stocks which I want to keep is Apple, AMD, Amazon, ENET. I'm going to remove it for now. CRM, ABGO, CRM I'm going to keep, Google keep, IBM, IWM, Meta, Microsoft, all of them are there. So Apple is definitely inside week right now. And other one which is inside week is Adobe and IWM. Humana is also doing really good. So we can keep Humana and try to get out from something. IWM is inside week. Oracle is inside week. Inside week is a pattern, like if you're not aware of it, inside week, inside day, inside hour is a pattern where you actually break out of the range and then you figure out what's happening after you get out of that range. In fact, ES and NQ both are also on the inside week. So they're coiling hard right now. So futures are inside week. IWM, which is Russell, is also inside week. Uh, Pan W, FedEx, these are good stocks. But again, we cannot cover every stock into our conversation. I'm just trying to keep it really, really minimal for now. We can like definitely capture main stocks, but we can talk about the rest of the stocks. All right. So this is inside week. Let's look at the inside day uh, pattern, which is Meta has, Spy has, CRM has, Adobe, BA. Like I do not have any Chinese sticker in my list. I definitely want to add. So instead of AVGO, I really want to add Baba. So what's the errors coming? So what did I do? So this is Baba. This I do not want. We can look into this field. So CRM is inside day, which is yes. Meta is also inside day. Yes. What else is inside day? SMCI. SMCI has split tomorrow. Plus, it has that bad news regarding like non-compliance and accounting issues. Again, like I am always of the opinion NVIDIA is the biggest partner, or you can say a client for SMCI. If SMCI is messing up, so will NVIDIA. So we really need to see what's happening into the there is something definitely happening into the books of all these AI companies. Like Microsoft was recently downgraded, and it was downgraded for some reason. We don't know that yet, but there's definitely something which is happening. All right, so let's look into other scans which I used to do. I had 1234 on daily scan. I'm on just do it on my watch list and see if anything just recently crossed 1234. So A, MAT, Intel. These two tickers, you just keep in mind that yes, these are the two tickers like AMAT and Intel. They have recently crossed 1234 on Friday. So they are in a bullish zone on daily time frame. And any bullish or bearish pattern, if we can see bullish candle patterns on the watch list, like any hammer, morning star, morning dodgy star. It should not be in all stocks, should be in my personal watch list. Adobe is coming in like many scans. It's inside day, inside week, and as well as there's some pattern coming up. So I'm gonna keep Adobe in line. Inside day, inside week, and pattern. Let's look at some bearish patterns. Again, it's coming into like all the stocks should come into my watch list. Okay, none of them. So, all right, guys. Kamaldeep, you can go to my Telegram. I can just show you, not Telegram. You can go to my Twitter if you are on Twitter. This is my profile. Just go under highlights. The very first link is for my Telegram. So anybody who is not there, try to be there because I try to share my live views right over there. PanW we can check. We can check. It's definitely under one of the tickers. Uh, all right, so let's look at the market first. I'm gonna just remove the extended hours on equities, make them daily, remove time and say that. All right. And one more thing, I should remove the volume. All right, guys. So very first thing we want to check is ES. What's ES is doing? So people who do not know ES is actually the futures. And you will see that recently uh, we've been in a very, very tight range. Like this is the 1234 EMA, which I use. 1234 EMA is right here. I also use some of the like clouds, which are used by ripsters. So, but I have never removed my 12 and 34. So this is the 12 EMA line, which is the dark green line. This is the red line, which is a 34 EMA line. So usually whenever the 12 EMA is greater than 34 EMA, it tells me that yes, that the momentum is positive, the trend is positive. So right now there is no bearish momentum into the market, but definitely there is some sluggishness. Definitely market wants some sort of direction. Right now, if you count these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, today's eighth candle in a very, very tight range. This range will come out pretty soon. Whether on a positive side or a negative side, we will see to it. But after a consolidation like right here, we had good consolidation and then boom, we had sell off. Same thing, we had consolidation and boom, we'd have sell off. Same consolidation and we went up. So tomorrow it's going to break out or break down, or it's going to happen maybe this week. We are not sure, but we can definitely expect something pretty soon is going to give us a very big move where it will start the day green and it end up big green, or it will start the day red and end up like big red. That kind of a trend day is coming. If we lose this 5750, like if you see my couple of views last few days, I've been very vocal that 5750 is a very good stop loss. For ES 20185 is a very good stop loss for NQ. These two level or 5780, sorry. So right now we are holding 5780 very beautifully and 2185 very beautifully. The moment we lose this, then we are coming into an area of big volatility. The volatility can be really, really useful if you're on the right side of it. If you're on the other side of it, you're going to lose substantially. So unless and until, again, one thing which I would also recommend that this is an ascending wedge as well. If it fails, it will fail hard. If it breaks out, we need to really see if that breakout sustains, persists, because the strength in this move is not there. Like this, if you see my screen, this is a combination of DMI plus TTM squeeze. TTM squeeze is telling like when it was really, really strong, bullish, you can see this light blue color going up substantially. And we were going higher. This time we are going higher, but there's not much strength. Also, the black line into the DMI, which is this line, is not showing significant strength. The green line is not showing significant strength. So if I clear my annotations and put the mouse over here, you will see the value of DMI is 22 and 22. Like usually it's right here. If you see right here, it's 23 and 29. So the strength is not there in this move. So be very careful. We are struggling with this range. If we the probability of going down is really, really high if we lose 57.80. And that's my take on it. If also look at the book map, hi Harish. And guys, since Schwab has taken over Thinkorswim, the system has gone down really, really slow. So this is the bookmap activity. I was not using it because in my uh, situation, I was just trying to avoid everything. So this is a 30-minute bookmap. Bookmap gives you an idea where those market orders are. Right now, the order book is not so substantial, very light for this weekend, and the support comes around, like, as per now, the support is around 57.90, where we have orders in the range of 117. Otherwise, you will see that there's nothing on the downside, and above 5800 or like 57.70, we have some orders, like the highest of the lot, 154. The moment you lose 157.70, there is nothing. So as of now, nobody's expecting it to cross 5800 and nobody's expecting it to break 57.70. The orders are right there. So there may be a possibility if there is a sleek action, like some news, something, it can actually go back and test this area. So be very good. The volume right now in the market is really, really low. Also in the last days, because we have not chatted a lot, economically, we have seen the first rate cut. And if you see the number of jobs, it has come down. The number of unemployment has risen a little. The inflation is still, like, if you go to Amazon or if you go to Walmart, the things which you used to buy 2 years back, and if you try to reorder them and see the price right now, you will see that yes, the prices has only gone up. They have not come down. So inflation is still there. People are still uh, kind of struggling. Somehow this data is being managed and massaged so that it looks very nice going into the elections, that yes, everything is good. So we may sustain some kind of positivity, but if you go back of to October of 2018, I want to show you one thing. Let me add a time frame of day for 10 years. I was just looking into this chart, and one thing which I realized was right here. Uh, so this is 2018, 2019. Right. The very first day of this 2018 October, right? 2019 October, right here. Yeah, 2019. So this is September and October of 2019. I just want to increase this area a little bit more. Yes. If you see right here, the market was going up, like what we are seeing from July all the way to September. Okay. And everybody was calling, oh, September is a bad week, this week, that week. So everything was going up, but look at the strength. The strength of this market was 23, 24. In this case, it was 10. So we were going up, but we never had those substantial moves. The blue candles on the TTMs were turning dark blue, which means that yes, it's time to book profit and get out, kind of indication. So the moment we started to brisk down, we went down substantially. Okay. And this was no COVID, nothing. It was well before COVID. This was the first cut after the I think Trump pushed somebody to cut this. I think it was Jerome Powell only. So who cut the rate and then we went and sunk down. Right now, things are a little better than what it was in 2017, 2018. The strength in this market was 10 to 11. Right now, it's 22. So it's double. But again, it's kind of coming to a point where if it starts to cool off, it can. All right. So let's be mindful of that. Also, if you see, we are struggling at this resistance. So this is, if you want to call a bull flag, and ascending wedge, you may call it, but I need something out of this consolidation. So right now I am just keeping mindful that yes, ES futures is right there. I'm gonna ignore this Heiken or DMI state for now, because that's too much information. So I'm gonna hide them for now. But it's taking too much time from me. So I think there's a 50-50 possibility right now of breaking out or breaking down. It's not because it's a consolidation which is happening. So if you want to long, make sure you long only above this area. Like if I increase this a little more, squeeze it a little down, down more. Like if you can go above this area 5805, I think you are in a good position to go long. So 5805 buy above 5805. Stop loss should be 5790. Your first target will be 5830, which is your previous high. And then if you want to test 5850, that's the regression channel area. So these are my two areas, 5830 to 5850. And if you want to sell below the loss of this 5780. If you lose 5780, that's the first, like today it started, but then it had a fake breakdown and it went up. So your stop loss should be again 5795. Your target should be 5850, 5750. That's 12 EMA, like the 12 EMA. And if we sustain it, then we can come to this area, which is around this point, 5705. So on the downside, the opportunity is a little more if you want to sell. But again, you should only sell if you start to lose below 5780, not before that. Hi, Daniel. NQ. And again, guys, if you have any question, please feel free to post. I'll definitely try to answer. So right now, 28185 was my resistance and like support zone. I've been seeing this exactly the same pattern. It's W in a long-term chart. Instead of like testing this area in ES, right now we are testing the middle line on NQ, which is the trend line. It's same. It's a W pattern which is setting up in NQ. So maybe the earnings can actually, so W pattern in making for daily time frame, which is actually positive. But if we lose 2185, we may struggle. And we need to clear this 2300 area to make sure, like, if you really want to go long, make long about 2300. So NQ feature is a little bullish buy above 2300. Your stop loss is 2185 only. I'm gonna remove the dollar signs as well. Normal. So 28185 is your stop loss. Buy about 2300. Your target will be, I think, like my take was previous high 2600, and right there of the index are 284824. 2300 and 475 and 600. So if you cross about 2300, 2475 is your target, and 2600. So these are your targets. And again, it's a 50-50% move because the validation, the consolidation is happening really slowly. Again, sell below 2185. If consolidation break happens, right here, also consolidation break happens below, then there's 12 EMA. Exactly the spelling mistake. Exactly the same pattern in NQ as well. The moment we lose 28,184, 20,000, which has been a really, really solid area, and then 19,850. So you have almost 300. Again, the trend is still positive because the 12 and 34 EMAs are in the upward direction. There's a positive direction in them. So trend is still positive. Even if we lose 2% or 3%, it's still going to be fine. So 20,000 is a good psychological level as well. Plus 2760 or 19,760. Stop loss is up to you because NQ is little volatile. So I would just give it like 250, 65 points stop loss. So for me, I think this gives me a little more clarity that yes, if I have to try long, I will only long above this number. If I have to go short or something, I will go short below this number. Hi, Harish. Okay. Apple. So Apple has been holding 225 really, really significantly. And on Friday, the news came in that yes, Apple is not going to be involved in OpenAI. So let's see what comes out of this. Right now, Apple is in kind of a squeeze mode. It was starting to go higher. So again, if it holds 225, there is no point in short. Even if there is a bad news, but if it holds 225, I'm reiterating, do not short. So let me also mention here, do not short below 225. It is closed at 227.79. That's like 1% move. So if, again, I'm just taking a view that if negative news comes in, let it break 34 EMA and fill the gap. So if you want to short, sell, I will say sell below 223.35. Do not short above one achieve. Like it should be above. My mistake. Stop loss 225. Target will be 218.60. And then inside day gap. Right there. 214.40. If it holds 225, then there is no point shorting it. But if you want to short, and if it loses 225, the short will be significant. So I'm increasing my percentage to 60. If it starts to lose 225, 223, it will actually go down with some strength. AMD, AMD and Nvidia and other chip stocks have done really remarkable job in the last few months, but this is a evening star setup, a very clear evening star setup. We had a dodgy, like if you see, we went from down mode to the up mode. We have a dodgy, and then we were able to close around this candle, which was a central candle. For me, it is an evening star. Okay, evening star candle is there. If I have an opportunity, I will short this. It should test 157 to 151. The pattern is still positive, but looking at this candle pattern, and it's almost like if it has to clear, it has to go above 168 to show any kind of positive momentum. 168.68 was Thursday's close. 168.73 was Friday's close. So if you want to know what is a fake breakout, this could be a fake breakout. So here I'm gonna say long above 169, not before that. And it's an evening star. The evening star is really, really dangerous. Plus, it's a bearish engulfing candle also. So bearish engulfing candle, meaning it covered the entire body of Thursday with Friday's price action. So it is a little more negative than what we're anticipating. Also, if you see the strength of these moves in chip stocks is all right, not so significantly stronger like they used to be. Like DMI used to be 20, 25, even 30 when these strong moves were happening. But right now it's hovering around 19. So maybe it will try to find some support at 156, 157 area. If you want to long at that area, that's a good choice. But right now it's an evening star. So I'm going to follow that and sell it. I'm going to sell it below 163.50. My stop loss will be the middle of this candle, which is 166. My target will be 160 right here. So this is the area where we found the buyers. So 159.75. And then the 12 MA 157.50. So if you want to wait, you can actually wait and enter around 157 if you are actually looking to go long and if you do not like to short. So there's a high possibility we can short this below 163. And if you want to long at 157 or long above 169. Yeah. So one, and there's also like Sandhu, that there is a gap at 170. So there may be some selling. So if we can, again, there's a possibility of a fake breakout above 171 it comes down, you must hold 169 to remain long. If 169 is lost, there's no point going long. Amazon, Amazon started to move up and then it's giving back. Like it's again a evening star setup. It lost the 12 EMA. This is the first ticker which is losing the 12 EMA on daily charts. And you can see that there's no point showing me long. DTM squeezes telling me that yes, it's not a good time to go long. So if you want to short, this is an ideal candidate to short. And that's why I'm saying if we start to go down, I'm giving it more percentage because it's already below. So if we can sell below these dodgies, which is 186.65, let's say 186.65, stop loss is our Fibonacci, which is 188.65. We can actually test 184, and then we can come around this to 180, 184 and 180. And I'm not pursuing long until it clears 193. It's a breakdown from the evening star pattern, and so it has lost 12 EMA, and evening star breakdown continuation. Again, guys, I'm going to remove all these columns because I just want to make it very, very simple. In between, we got very fancy and started to add so many things, but I just want to keep it very simple now. Then we can come to Baba. We can fill in one ticker later on. So Baba is hammer on the top, but I think it will it's breaking out from a very, very, very long term. Like if you see, this zone is a zone where it has struggled in last almost 2 years. Okay. So I'm gonna clean this up and I want to see what's happening with these Fibonacci. This is the lowest level it has seen 58. So I'm gonna just increase my extensions to the right and see. And this one I'm gonna, that's why I do not remove any of these stuff from my lists. So if you see, this was a very old Fibonacci from 69. It has done really remarkable job. So if it loses 105, because it has seen some serious policy action happening from the government, if it start to retrace back, it should not fill this gap. Just keep in mind, if it starts to fill this gap, this whole momentum will fade. It should not fill this gap. We want to make sure this gap remains open and hold if Baba has to go up. The momentum has gone really solid. You can see the sky blue lines are up. Plus, they have cut down some more mortgage rates, which will also push the economy a little stronger. But we have seen almost like 30% move in 3 to 4 days. So if there is a profit booking, make sure 105 is your stop loss. So I'm long on Baba with my stop loss of 105. So Baba, I am long, and this is one of the strongest ticker. But again, 105 loses, I am not there. Buy near 106, 107, stop loss 104.85. Target is first is the previous high, which is 109. Like if it clears 109.45, it will hit 114. 114 was the previous Fibonacci, 114.21. Yes. So 114.25. So this is a really, really good setup. It's a long-term breakout. And again, I'm not going to be surprised if it breaks above 109. If it does, 109 becomes your stop loss. Like in case something goes from target 1 to target 2, make sure you revise your stop loss from stop loss to first target. I will, NEP, I already covered ES. I'll come to SPY in a while. This is 60%. So Baba is my bullish trade, and I'm really positive on this. Salesforce, CRM. CRM is one of the laggards, but if you see, uh, like there's so many levels right now. I need to cut down into some of them. So let me just cancel. Yeah, these are the latest ones, right? Yes. So this is the latest one, which is happening. We are right at 261 Fibonacci area. So 274, the moment, and again, it's a WW breakout, which is happening in CRM. So if it comes to 274, I really want to take long on CRM. So CRM is one of the good setups. I think it's holding in this range, in this range. It's going up, down, up, down, up, down. So if it holds this 274.75 area, then there's a very big possibility it may be the next big mover. But if it fails, then it will come down all the way to 240s, 250s. So 274 is a very good stop loss. So I am looking to add CRM by near 275, 76. Stop loss considers 274. Small stop loss because if it breaks, it will break strongly. Target is 281 and then 287. Long term stop loss should be 274. Just keep in mind if we lose this area, it's gonna be hard. Google Google like tried to break out on Friday, but again, this is the first stock where the 34 EMA is hovering above the 12 EMA. They're trying to like make a cause that yes, but I think there's still a possibility of inverted head and shoulders. So if it holds 163, or maybe I would say 160-ish area, there's a possibility that yes, it may do inverted head and shoulders. So right now it's better to buy it on a dip. If we get a dip around 160, 161, I'm gonna buy this. So I want to buy on dip. 161, 159 is my stop loss. My target will be a little higher because the elections will give Google very good area for money for marketing and ads. So 166 and 169. These are some good targets on Google. So I'm not long right away, but I want to long if it dips. So maybe in Monday market dips and we get this area. So then we can actually go long. Okay, IBM is running like crazy since its numbers. It's just like a straight go down up. but this is a clear evening star happening. First thing, there's a bearish candle. It made a brand new high and then gave back the dodgies, and it came back to that area. So if it has to lose or it has to cool off, it should, because it has seen some remarkable running from all the way 165 to 224, which is like almost 30-40% return. So I am being very, very honest. Like if you see that, yes, at the top, we are near the regression channel top, something similar happened here at 196. It came all the way down to 164, which is a good base. Now we are going up. So I think if it fails, we may see back test of 34 EMA, which is around 2627. So I'm gonna short here on IBM. It's an evening star setup. An evening star is negative setup. So I'm gonna short something, sell. So I want to sell below this area, which is 220. My stop loss will be the open of this candle, which is 222. And then my target is 217 and 213. Let me hide this as well. Hide, hide. I'm just trying to reduce as much as I can. IWM. IWM is inside week, inside day, both of them. And IWM has like, it's showing sometimes it's showing its power, but if you look at the value of DMI, it's not above 20, it's like 16. So every time it goes up, it fails. So what we need is we need a good solid base at 218. 218 is a very good uh, area. If we lose 218, then I think it's going to go down badly, and it may rug pull happen into this. So if 218 is there, you may try, but again, it's one of the weakest setups. It had an opportunity to break out of this W, which it failed. People will call this a cup and handle, but no, for cup and handle, we need much more consolidation happening around this area, which is not happening right now. So I would simply say, if you hold 218.60, you may try one long again. Otherwise, there's no point trying long in IWM. The stop loss is 218.60, and you can sell below it. And you can buy near it. Buy near 219, 220. That is going to be a stop loss. If it holds, then 224 and 228. 224. Because this is the only market which has not seen all-time highs as compared to all the other markets. Meta has been incredible. It's like really, really solid. But again, it's all of them are consolidating. They're kind of losing the strength. And this is the, as I showed you, in 2019 as well, everything went up until September, and the second or third day of October, we started to go down, and we went down all the way until the last day of December, 25th December. And that was the low. And then from there, we just rallied. So the rate cut happened there also at that time also. So just be careful that if we start to lose, we have a lot of back testing which needs to happen. Like 552 is away, 532 is away. But on a long-term point of view, I am very much positive on Meta. If something happens in a dip, Meta is one of the stocks which I would love to add. So at this moment, it's an inside day which is happening in Meta. We are within that day. The volume is also right there. So if it loses 567, it may start to give back, and that's why we have inside day right there. So I want to sell below. It's like a $5 sell, 563, 60, and then your target is 557, 552. And your stop loss is 557, 567. If you want to long above 567, 40, 50. Only below, if it goes below this area, short it. Otherwise, you are good to manage your longs. Microsoft is weak. Microsoft is losing, like it's trying, but it's losing 61 Fibonacci area, which is bad. It tried really hard. The TTM squeeze is uh dark blue, which showing me that no point going long at this time. So loss of 12 EMA as well. So I would love to short this if I can get an opportunity around 428, 429. Like 429 is my stop loss on Microsoft. That's why like my possibility of going down is much higher because the big stocks like Apple, Amazon, uh, Meta, now Microsoft, they're all showing me signs of pulling back. It's not like very big pullback. 1-2% is always healthy pullback, but that's where they are showing. So test of 12 and 34 EMA, 34 EMA is right here, which is around 424. That's possible. 424, 60, and then 418. And I'm no loss sterling in there. MU had really good earnings. So if you really want, like even last time when MU had big earnings, it went up, had two red candles, and then made a morning star and ran. So that time also it went from 96, 97 all the way to 108, 114. Exactly same pattern is happening. So this time the 12 and 34 EMA, I was trying to catch up. So any dip which happens in MU like 203 and 4, I would love to buy this. I want this gap to sustain because previously this gap got filled. This time I want to create this gap. I want to hold it. So my stop loss is around 1.5. If it comes to 105, I'm gonna buy this. I would stop loss is like 105. Buy near like based on your risk profile, you can buy near 106, 107. But it's a really good buy. Excellent earnings they had, and their guidance was good. And you will realize one thing that after earnings, it always goes up back to back and then continue to hold it. If it goes down, like right here, the earnings were bad, it still held. It's only when the market went down, it went down. So it's going to hold its area. So 103 is a really good area for MU. And from a target point of view, 110 and 117. And remember, this stock went to 1757 and came down to almost 90s before the earnings. So it has really good potential and it's like comparatively low market cap as compared to those. So Be mindful of that. Netflix, Netflix is enormous, is going up, but again, Netflix was squeezing, and then tried to go up. It's a very clear evening star, very clear evening star. And I can show you example on Netflix whenever it has evening stars, it has gone down. Like evening star right there, it went down the drain. So evening star went down. So evening star is there. So Netflix is one of the biggest and the first stocks which shows that even right there was an evening star and it went down. So Netflix is a evening star continuation. It has also tested 12 EMA. So the moment we lose 704, I think Netflix can hit 687, 677. So Netflix is sell below 704, 687, 677. I do know it's an evening star setup. So MU is one of my good things. So I'm going to mark this in blue. I'll fill this in light blue color. Okay, sell below the stop loss here for Netflix should be the 12 EMA, which is no, this 710. So 710 comes, or if you want to wait for it to rise to 710 in short, you can also do that. It's a choice, like it's like how you want to trade. Right now, market is showing some bullish momentum. So let's look at the futures. It's almost like 0.3% up and 0.17. But again, the volume is really low and it's 8 o'clock. So let's see what happens by the morning. But it's going to show you uh, the real market at 9:30 tomorrow morning. That's why I'm open. If something is showing strength above a certain area, I will go there. If it's not, then I will trade on my own levels. NVIDIA, I don't want to do Oracle or SMCI. I will do Tesla right here. And SMCI, I'm going to delete for now. And I do not want to do this. So NVIDIA, which is like everyone's hot favorite. Why I cannot cover anything, like all of the stocks. So I'll try to do whatever I can. So NVIDIA must hold that 119 area. If it does, it's fine. So let's look at NVIDIA. So NVIDIA long stop loss is 119. So I would say buy near 119. If you gives an opportunity, buy near that. Target is 129, where it is struggling. That's one of the targets. It's making a W pattern. So this 119 should hold. The loss of 117 will be really bad. Loss of 117.50. Shorts will. Ajay, I covered NQ futures. You can just translate those numbers. You will get aggressive. ES is for SPY, NQ is for triple Q. Those are the futures. You can divide them with a specific percentage, you will get the same levels. So if it holds, like loss of this will be bad. If it I'll give 117.50 as stop loss, just be really clear. So buy near 119. If it gives you dip, long for 124 and 129. Tesla has numbers today. Like if it breaks about 265, this is a very big, like if you want to say cup, this is the good cup handle. Like, so I really want it to break above 265. So if it does, 291 is coming and the gaps are going to get filled. And on a long-term horizon also, this is a good, like if you want to call this cup and a handle, this is the good cup and handle setup. So if it goes about 265, I am telling you very honestly, you will see 375 by the end of this year. $100 move on Tesla. 265 just needs to clear and it should break out. So it's a cup and handle. Below 265, I want to buy above 265 only. If it holds that area, then it's good. Otherwise, I'm not buying it. First area will be 276 and then 284. If it goes down, then 236 is a good area. Like if you're an aggressive trader, you can short, but the momentum in Tesla is so good and there are a couple of catalysts which are coming in Tesla. So it's really hard to short this at this time. And stop loss is 260, 175. Yes, 370 it can hit year end. I can mention long term target 370 year end. Condition is 265 must hold. If 265 fails, then it's gonna fail really, really hard. Now we have a couple of people like BA and Nike. So let's start from BA first. BA has come down so much so that it's almost back to the breakout zone of 2020 to 2023. It has to hold. Right now, this is a really massive downward movement happening in BA. So let me see where it can bounce. So I'm gonna create a drawing. I'm gonna close this extensions and start with this new regression channel from this lows and see right here. Okay. So now I'm expecting the bounce. So I'm gonna check the retracements. That whenever it's gonna bounce from here, where will it find the resistances? So I can click on this, edit properties, make sure my values are correct. So this is 151.65, which is the low, and the high tipping point was 196.95. So I'm just gonna correct this and okay. So now it must clear or it must hold 156.50 or it should clear. Then it can taste 160 to 163. So your stop loss for this is 154, Shankar. And if it does, 162 is coming on PA. Nike. Nike is making dodgy at the top, which I do not like. So there's a possibility it may fill the gap. The gap is like really, really small at this time. So maybe like it's a good opportunity if you want to add Nike around 86, 87. And then we had AMAT, which cleared like the 12 and 34 EMA have loosened. Similar to MU, this is looking really solid. It should maintain this gap. So if you want to long, make sure 202 is your stop loss. And if that turns around, this will have some momentum going up all the way to 223. Yes. So if it holds 202, EMAT can go to 223. Adobe had many, many things like it's a hammer, it's making a morning star setup right there. Everything is fine at this time. It's just that they gave bad guidance, and since then they're just consolidating into this range. Now, if it has to fail, even then it should do a back test first, 525, and then fail. Because this is a M pattern, which is like if you know Microsoft, Adobe, and CRM and ServiceNow. These are the four companies which are selling products which are based on AI. Microsoft has been downgraded. They have cut their, Adobe has cut their guidance. CRM has been upgraded. Now is struggling for some buyouts. They're trying to buy something. So mm, Microsoft and Adobe, they are struggling, which are like biggest beneficiaries of AI. So if they start to fail, the money which went into them will go somewhere. So CRM, I think, has potential. It's an M. So 500 is a very, very big stop loss for Adobe. If it loses that, you will fill the gap. I can check Lulu. Wait, Lulu is doing a morning start. Uh, it's holding this setup. So if it Lulu holds 270, like it should hold this candle 274.75. Then it can find strength. The momentum has shifted positive. It's a morning star setup. So we should see at least two more green candles. So Lulu, if you want to add, you can add around 275, 276. NET. NET is a breakdown. So if it doesn't hold 80, it can go down much more. So 80 is your stop loss if you are long on NET. Short is not there, but if you are long, 80 should be your good stop loss. TSMC. This TSM, but TSMC, I don't know which company is it. The TSM evening star, it must hold 175. If it doesn't, we'll see two candles back to 160s. See, again, I'm just reiterating the AI thing is or is required to showcase conversion into revenue. If it is not happening, market is going to pull back from these stocks. TSM, if China is reiterating NVIDIA uh, not to sell and telling the people over China to not to buy from NVIDIA, TSM makes chips for NVIDIA. So it's going to struggle. Last one is PanW. See, there is 1.5 months, Mr. Sandhu, into PanW's earnings. The earnings for them are always good, but this is the first time that yes, it's kind of making Like it's still in that range. It's lingering on to this 1234 EMA area. But if it loses at this moment, if market starts to weaken, it may come down to 315, 320. That's a good area to add. But earning wise, you have to take a long. See, the month of October is going to be really critical. So earnings on 14th will also have elections. So it's very difficult to even say anything about that. Right now, I will just say it's better to sell this with 337 stop loss. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. I hope this was useful to all. I'll try to make this on daily basis, but I need more and more people to interact, to share your thoughts on the charts and everything. One person asked about SPY, so let me finish that before I move on. So SPY was an inside day. Right now it's like showing 572 because the futures are up. So taking that into conversion. But SPY is at a very important area. It's holding this green cloud area. The moment it loses that, which is around 570, we should see 564 or a back test of 12 EMA and 560 area. Again, it's not a very good percentage in terms of pullback, but 1 to 2% of healthy pullback is always good. My reason behind that was this time when it is going up, there's no strength. Last time it was going up, the value of DMI was 24, and this time the value of DMI is 20. So this shows me that yes, the strength in this up move is not there. So the day it wants to go down, that will be aggressive go down. You can clearly see right here. When it was showing strength and the day started to show weakness, we went down. Right now, we are not even showing any kind of strength in this up move. So if we start to go down, we will go down very quickly. So just be careful, like try to hedge your positions if you want, or wait for a good opportunity to go long. Like 558 is a really good opportunity. And until 558 is there, everything is a pullback. This is like 3% move. 3% is a very healthy pullback. If we start to lose 550, then we need to think about the short-term negative session moves. Otherwise, it's doing well. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Bye-bye. Take care. I'll see you soon.